Hello there! Wow! Perfect! Wonderful! Well done!
Okay!
Alrighty, what is up, everybody? The Nintendo Beast back here in Let's Play, well, sort of back here, in Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch. We are back to weekly Animal Crossing Let's Plays here on the channel, which is exciting. Ignore my kind of yellowish hue on my webcam video. Not sure what the lighting's doing right now, but maybe that'll change randomly. Or maybe it'll stay yellowish like this forever. Who knows? It's up in the air. Isabel says, good morning, everyone. Right now on Domo Isle, it is 11:53 a.m. on Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. I don't have any big news to share with you all, as she never does. 2 years into the game almost, and she still has nothing to say. But I would like to touch on one seasonal topic. When I was taking my morning walk today, I noticed that some goodies had fallen from the trees. What could be more fall than that? Sometimes when you shake trees, they'll surprise you by dropping acorns or even pine cones. So get out there, folks, and shake things up. I think it would be lovely to see some beautifully crafted fall-themed items pop up around the island. Maybe that's a thing that I'll actually try to do this year. Because last year it was a headache trying to collect pine cones and acorns, and I can't imagine it's going to be any less of a headache this year. Oh my god, look at my hair! This is the first time I've ever been away long enough to see my hair look like that. At least it fixes itself for me. Like I said in all my previous Let's Play episodes this week, I did not play any Animal Crossing through the entire month of August, so I'm coming back from at least a 1-month hiatus from all Animal Crossing, so it's exciting to be back. Payment to your account, 10,780 bells, blah, 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 blah. So I guess I dropped stuff off at the Nook, the drop box, last time. Oh my god, so much mail. Bank of Nook. Mom sent me a letter. Reese and Cyrus. Oh yeah, wedding chairs. I just bought a bunch of wedding chairs for some reason. I forget what I intended on doing with it. Maybe I'll have to rewatch my own Let's Play episodes, and I'm sure I said out loud at some point what I intended to do with those wedding chairs. If you remember, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Doesn't appear that there are too many cockroaches. Maybe I'll get lucky and there'll only be like one per room or something. I don't want to move every single piece of furniture around though. I don't know. I'm out. No cockroaches in that room. I deem it clean because I just don't want to look for them. Oh, there's another one in here though. Oh boy. Which means there probably are more. This sucks. I forget also if this game is one that, that tells you whether or not you got all the cockroaches or not. I was gonna say, I'm gonna be really bitter if someone like this has a cockroach under it, where there's like no bottom to it. Okay, so this room is definitely cockroach free. It has to be. Because I did move every furniture item in that room, because it's a small room and not a lot of furniture to move. There were 2 in the main room so far. Not seeing any in the bedroom. not seeing any. Wow, wow. No more cockroaches in here, right? Okay, so we killed all the cockroaches on the ground floor. Let's go down to the basement. I'm sure there will be cockroaches down here. Although I'm not seeing any at the moment. Hello? Any cockroaches around here? Not seeing anything. So maybe I got all the cockroaches already? I don't know. I don't know how cockroaches spawn in this game. In previous games, it did seem pretty uniform. Like, there are, like, an X number of, you know, cockroaches in each room. Is that it? Yes! Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Oh, good. All the pesky cockroaches are gone. I feel so much better now. Alright, so now I'll run downstairs and, well, run outside. And then we'll figure out what our plan is. Unlike in the previous episodes, or in all the other episodes for the other games, I did a mad weeding expedition. What's on the bulletin board today? Just a bunch of stuff that I missed, I assume. Okay, so these two are the new ones. Yeah. Missed all the bug offs. Or all the... I didn't miss all the bug offs. Oh my god! Yeah, we have a problem. We're weeding today. We're weeding. For sure. How much pocket space do I have left? Not enough is the answer. So I took about a month off of Animal Crossing. And, I'll be honest with you. Coming back to Animal Crossing New Horizons, I really don't mind the soundtrack the way I used to. Taking a month off, I don't know, I'm digging this right now. At least this hourly music I'm hearing right now. I should probably check my own backyard, though. Right? Does it look... It looks actually relatively weed-free. I'm pretty stoked about that. Summer shells are still around, which is interesting. I thought they'd be gone. Being that it is September now. I love fall. Can we just talk about that? Can we talk about how much I love fall? And how excited I am that it is fall now? Or, I should say, fall is upon us. It's not quite fall yet, I don't think, but it's upon us. It's upon us. Something I do want to do in this Let's Play is start decorating my villagers' backyards, though. Or my neighbors' backyards, though. To make them a little bit more, you know, backyardy. Backyardy! So it's time for another rant, I think. It's been a hot minute since I did an Animal Crossing New Horizons rant. So let's do it, shall we? A Doom rant for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So where to begin? So in a previous episode of my Let's Play, or in one of the previous game, you know, episodes this week, talked about the music a little bit, and I just touched on it again here. I don't think the Animal Crossing New Horizons music is that bad. It's growing on me. It's certainly not my favorite out of all of them, but that's not its fault. Like, it's not because the music is genuinely bad or worse than the other ones, in my opinion. It's strictly that nostalgia plays a massive part in my head when I'm saying, like, because the music that I love the most is the soundtrack from City Folk and Wild World. Now, don't get me wrong, I do genuinely believe that soundtrack is just phenomenal, okay? I genuinely believe that. Oh, crap. I don't even know if I can get this pink flower over there. Crap, stop going over there, dude. Crap, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, no, I don't think I... What? Whatever. Can't get to that one. Gotta do something else. I'll have to terraform or something to fix that. But yeah, like, that's a big part of the fact that I like the Animal Crossing City Folk and Wild World soundtrack so much is because that's where I got my start in Animal Crossing. And I've logged so many hours into that game. And it's just the nostalgia factor. I love it. I love the game, and I love the soundtrack to it. And New Leaf, to a lesser extent, I feel the same way. So then New Horizons comes along, and it's different. And everybody jumps to the conclusion that it's not as good, but I don't think that's inherently true. I think that a lot of people are just joining the Animal Crossing bandwagon now, which is not a bad thing. Usually, you know, saying you're a bandwagon fan is used in a derogatory way. I don't mean that at all. I just mean, like, there's a bandwagon of Animal Crossing fandom, and a lot of people are just jumping on it now with New Horizons, which is no problem at all. No, not a big deal, not bad. It's great, actually, that the fandom is growing so significantly. But with that being said, there are some Animal Crossing fans that do not know better. I don't want to say know better, but because that sounds condescending, but that don't know any different. They don't know the music that was before. So, when the next Animal Crossing game comes out, there are people that are going to say, oh, wow, you know, this music isn't as good as that of New Horizons. Because the nostalgia is going to come into play, right? People who are just joining Animal Crossing, the Animal Crossing franchise with New Horizons, they're going to have the same nostalgia that people like me, people like maybe you, who played older games in the series, feel towards the older soundtracks. There's nothing objectively bad about the Animal Crossing New Horizons soundtrack, and it's relaxing, it's nice. It's not terrible. Do I think it's as good as previous games? Not necessarily, but again, a large portion of my opinion comes from the fact that, you know, I have this massive nostalgic pull towards previous games. And I felt that way about New Leaf as well. When New Leaf came out, everybody loves New Leaf's soundtrack now. But when New Leaf came out and the soundtrack wasn't the same as City Folk and Wild World, I don't know about other people, because I wasn't very active in the online Animal Crossing community at the time, but people were upset, or I was upset. I didn't enjoy the music as much, because I had that nostalgic, you know, that nostalgia factor with City Folk music. It just goes in cycles, people. It goes in cycles. There's nothing you can do. It's not that the music in New Horizons is bad. If you look at it realistically, you don't like the Animal Crossing New Horizons music, probably not because it's bad, like legitimately, but probably more so because you just like the other music better. And that's a fair opinion, but, you know, stop the hate, that's all. Stop the hate on Animal Crossing New Horizons. It is a genuinely good game. It's not, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's not quite as good, in my opinion, as previous Animal Crossing games, but it is still a great game, and the reality is, at the end of the day, it does have an ample amount of content in the game. Is there stuff that has obviously been left out? Like gyroids, for example. I'm still bitter about gyroids. Don't get me wrong. I'm still bitter about gyroids, and I always will be until gyroids make an appearance in the game in one way or another. Unless they never do, in which case I'll just always be bitter. Just be a bitter old man complaining that Animal Crossing New Horizons back in 2017 or whatever. No, it was 2020. Jesus. I don't know. What came out in 2017 that I'm thinking of? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. The Switch came out in 2017, I think it was. That's right. Anyway, not important. Yeah, I'll just be a bitter old man. Back in my day, we had gyroids. I say that already now. Back in my day, we had gyroids. These kids these days, they don't understand. But, let me make sure there are no weeds back here before I plug this up. Big weeding episode. Weed plucking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pick up some sticks too, so why not? I still have Easter stuff up, guys. I suck. I'm just terrible. Okay, let me go plug this up quick. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, as far as content goes, I've played games. In fact, the vast majority of games I play, I spend $60 on, I guess. Now new next-gen consoles are like $70 per game, which is ridiculous in my mind. I mean, it's not ridiculous, I guess, but it's still painful to spend that much money on a game, especially knowing the depreciation rate of video games these days, right? They just, unless it's a Nintendo game, which doesn't depreciate too bad, like Xbox games, they're $70 for what? A month? 2 months? Unless it's like Call of Duty. It's $70 for like a month. And then they immediately start dropping by tens of dollars at a time. And even if you trade it back in or sell it the next day, the trade-in value is never, actually face value. You can't buy a game for $70 and trade it in for $65. No, you're trading it in the day it comes out, used for $20 off what you paid for it. You're taking a loss. But with that said, I've played games where I spend $70, $60 or $70, right? And I get between 8 and 15 hours of gameplay out of it. Before the campaign is complete, then you sink in multiplayer, which is evergreen. Let's be real, multiplayer is evergreen, okay? Games like Call of Duty, like online multiplayer shooters like that, Among Us, Fortnite, these games are evergreen in the sense that they don't really need to update. They roll out updates for new maps and stuff like that, but the core gameplay is evergreen. It never goes away. You can sink in hours literally doing the same thing. Whereas you can't play the same campaign mission for hours and not get furiously bored, right? And the same thing with Animal Crossing. You can't do the exact same thing in Animal Crossing for a number of hours without getting bored, right? But with that said, excluding online multiplayer, which is basically the same thing, but playing out differently every time, because it's live, it's real time, it's multiplayer. From a game standpoint, a single-player game standpoint, most games, single-player content, it lasts you between 9, maybe 8, I'd say, to 15 hours, right? Then there's some games that expand on that. You have some game campaigns that are about 26 hours or longer if you're looking at certain RPGs with side quests and stuff like that. Legend of Zelda is one of them, Ghost Recon, the later ones, Breakpoint, and Wildlands. You got maybe like between like 25 and 30 hours of online, or not online, of single-player content before you're out of stuff to do. But with that said, people are really complaining and they want more content for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Let me show you real quick my profile. I've played Animal Crossing... Oops. Didn't mean to click it. I've played Animal Crossing New Horizons for 565 hours or more. 565 hours. Okay? 500... Let me just make a calculation quick. Okay? 565 divided by 24. That is literally almost 24 days straight. That's almost a month of just like eating, breathing, sleeping, drinking, Animal Crossing New Horizons. And technically speaking, I'm not done with the game yet. My Critterpedia is incomplete. My museum is incomplete. I'm not saying you can't complete those things in that amount of time. What I am saying is, I'm here at 565 hours, or whatever I just said, right, of gameplay, and there's still stuff that I have not accomplished in game, right? So if no new updates whatsoever rolled out from here on out, I'd be bitter. I'd be upset about it. I was promised more updates, but I'm not entitled to any more updates. And the fact of the matter is, I could put this game down right now. I could put this game down right now, having played for 565 hours, and I have gotten more playtime and more enjoyment and more, fun out of this game, probably about 10 times the amount of playtime, at least, out of this game, than I have any other game ever. Excluding other Animal Crossing games, obviously. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything in the past X amount of time. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that, yeah. But with that being said, by no standard does Animal Crossing New Horizons lack content. The people complaining about it, more likely than not, you're complaining because it lacks the specific piece of content that you want it to have. It's not a complete overall lack of content that you're acknowledging. It's a piece, a specific, isolated, or collection of content that it's missing that you're upset about. On top of that, there's no way to say... Hold on. There's no way to genuinely say that there's a shortage of content. Which I just said. Hold on. So that. Wedding benches, glowing painting. I think this one's fake, but I'll check anyway. Oh yeah, sell all this crap too. All this crap. Sold. But yeah, so basically the point that I'm trying to make here in my rant is that, and don't get me wrong, I've criticized, and I continue to criticize Animal Crossing New Horizons in a lot of ways, and I don't think it is up to snuff with the other Animal Crossing main games in the series. In fact, it might be, all in all, it might be the weakest of the whole main series. I think I did a tier list, and I think it might have been the weakest of the main series. Kind of down there with Wild World, which I explain in my tier list video. So if you want to see why I ranked games where I did, go check that out. But let me open these gifts. Wedding chair. Wedding chair. Wedding chair. I had something in my head with these wedding chairs, dude. Oh, what is that? Electric kick scooter. What? Mom's plushie? Wedding chair. Oh, yeah, I already know that. Crap. Glowing painting, that's right. Try to donate this. I'm sure it's fake, but... Oh, okay, so yeah, it's automatically fake because he's not willing to take it. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, basically, the point of my rant today is just that... lay off. Alright? Lay off a little bit. Animal Crossing New Horizons is not a bad game. In fact, it's an incredible game. It's a great game. It's so much fun. I love it. You'd probably love it too if you gave it a chance, if you're one of the people that hate it just for the sake of hating it. It really is a great game. The only downside to it is that it's missing a lot of content from previous Animal Crossing games that have become beloved. So I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a great game. It's just not necessarily a great Animal Crossing game. There's a standard that has to be met with Animal Crossing games, and New Horizons lacks in a lot of different categories in that regard. That's all it is. But some people just, some people like to hate, just for the sake of hating. Do I have room there? Oh, it's pink /purple. Maybe I'll give that to my wife. It's got a little headlight on it? It does. It's gonna put it right there. I wish I could scoot around on it. That's what Animal Crossing really needs, guys. Animal Crossing New Horizons needs an update where you can ride scooters. Some kind of vehicle. So I can perform vehicular manslaughter and run over my fellow villagers like a maniac. Like the maniac I am. Maniac. Yeah, I think I picked all the weeds, guys. I think we're clear. So next episode, I'm going to take these right now, actually. Next episode, I think we're going to start decorating for Halloween, guys. I know a lot of you out there are probably like, ugh, John, shut up. It's September 1st, or whatever date. It's September 8th. We are less than 2 weeks, or 2 months away now, okay? It's real. It's getting real. It's spooky season, all right? So, yeah, I'm not going to chill with that. I'm going to be back next week, and we're going to start decorating for Halloween, I think, already. But a little bit of a shorter episode this week here as we kick back off weekly episodes here in Animal Crossing New Horizons and every Animal Crossing game of the main series. So if you love Animal Crossing as much as I do, and really all Nintendo content as much as I do, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications for when I do live streams here on the channel every month, and when I upload and premiere new video content such as this, new episodes of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch. Smash that like button on this video and leave me a comment in the comment section below. I've said some things today about Animal Crossing New Horizons, mostly positive about the game, but I know there are a lot of people out there that hate the game, or not just hate the game, but have reservations about loving the game. So let me know in the comments section below what you think of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and if you have nothing terribly nice to say, you might want to say nothing at all, or you can leave me a comment saying how stoked you are that I'm back to doing weekly Animal Crossing Let's Plays here on the channel. But until next time, I think that's my whole spiel, and then some. I'm the Nintendo Beast. Thank you so much for watching.